What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we got Jaden in the chair. I hope you guys had a wonderful Easter with your family. I know we did. The kids went crazy as soon as we let them outside, and it was just a blast, you guys. The eggs had money on them, and I think my kids together ended up finding like $63 or something, so it was a blast, you guys. Getting right into this cut, I cut this a day before Easter. I decided to do a mid skin fade on him. I wanted to keep a lot of darkness on the side and a lot of this length on top as well. I wanted to have the length look kind of spiky just in the front area, so I'm definitely going to keep a lot of that length for the bangs, but let's get it started. With my Babyliss trimmers, I'm starting about the midway point and just going to go straight across and dip it towards the back. Right after I'm done creating that line, I'm going to go ahead and erase that line so it's smooth, and then I'm going to shave it down with the shaver to where it's just completely bald. Now creating my second guideline using my Ion Extreme clippers, I'm going to bald them out by closing the lever fully and just using the corner of the blade to remove that line. These next few steps, I'll be creating my next couple of guidelines, starting with this number 1 guard. Right above that number 1 guard, I'll be using the 1.5 guard with the lever probably about halfway closed as well. And with this, I have it at normal speed. I was just flicking up very gently and like at a normal pace, not digging into the hair at all, just making sure that it's in a flicking out motion, because remember, I do want to keep some darkness. With the number 1 guard, I'm just going to start blending out that 1.5 line. That way it blends in with the previous number 1 I did right below that. To remove that number 1 guideline, I'm going to use the half guard and just close that lever fully. I was using mainly the corner of that blade, and as you can see, that half guard was definitely taking it down pretty well. Whatever line was remaining from the half guard with no guard on, and I have the lever halfway closed, you can see I'm just using the corner of the blades, focusing just on that bottom line, not digging up into the fade at all. I'm just going to use this method to remove the line that you see right there on the bottom. Next, I'll be doing some scissor over comb work with my thinning shears just to thin out the hair that's laying over the head. I'm not digging into that hair at all. I'm just scooping the hair and cutting the ends of that, whatever lays outside of the comb. Moving on to this number 1 guard, I'm going to go ahead and start blending out that number 1.5 line that I did previously. It's already starting to fade out pretty nicely just using the 1 guard. After this, I'll begin down fading and moving along to the half guard and so on. So from that 1.5 guard, I now have the number 1 attached with the lever fully closed, blending out this line. This side did give me a little more trouble, and it did take me a little bit longer to do this side just because it didn't want to cooperate with me and blend as well as the opposite end did. But now I am doing the scissor over comb technique just so we can go ahead and get those thinning shears to thin out the hair just a little bit on the side. Wetting his hair because it's time to start trimming it with the scissors. It is too long for the style I want to do for it, and I just want to make sure it looks clean. I'm going to go ahead in no specific order or pattern, just all around his head, scoop it and cut everything that sits over my fingertips. The reason I didn't just put a number 5 guard or a number 6 guard on and just buzz his head is because it would lose all the texture and it would just look flat and have no shape to it. So I kind of just wanted to use the scissors so I could have control of how much I was actually cutting. I was playing with the front of his hair. The length of it was just way too long still, so I decided to just trim it down just a little bit with the scissor work. We are approaching the end of the video, so I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. This cut was done right before Easter, so I wanted to do something just a little bit different. I wanted to make sure the sides were blended but not too much. I wanted to keep a lot of darkness, and I think it came out very nicely. Just had to blend the sides with the thinning shears over here since there was a lot of bolt. But all in all, I think the cut came out pretty good. See y'all in the next video. Peace.